Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows, and when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows, and when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures, we paint miniatures, we paint miniatures. Turn on tuning, hear what I say, but watch it real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows, and when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch what grows, and when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures, 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 we paint miniatures.
And we are live, and it is Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, and I apologize in advance because I just now got the Patreon link up, so we might have to wait a little bit for folks to be able to click. Let me make sure that it went through. Okay, yep, it did. Oh, I gotta edit it so that the link is in the text as well. Hello! It has been a minute, hasn't it? How is everybody doing? Let me go ahead and add that. There we go. Try that again. Boop, boop. And we are live, and it is Shoshie. Oh, and I need to mute myself on my thing because you're going to be hearing my Patreon link up. So we might have to wait a little bit for folks to be able. There. Okay, it has really been a minute because that's how my tech always goes. At least we know we can hear me and we know we can see me. Hello, Bettelur and Mike. It's so good that people are in the chat. Real quick, I want to make sure again my Patreon is uploaded. There we go. Save. Okay. There we go. Hopefully people will just click. All right. Yay. All right, we're going to be painting the Gigalion today from Kingdom Death. Let's take a look at that. Look at this. Okay, so whew, here he is. He's very raw. I've got them all put together, and I've got the base. This is the base. There's actually another little piece that goes under there that we're going to have to paint as well. So I'm going to grab that. Hello, Simon. Hey. Okay, I'm going to grab the Gigalion piece. There we go. This goes underneath. It's like all his grizzly bits that he's been chomping on. And you can kind of see how they're hidden under this rock. You're not sure why your username changed? It's probably something to do with your YouTube settings. I don't know if you need to switch your username or something in your settings. Everybody, yeah, Bachelor maybe can help. Mike and Bachelor are both admins, mods. Can I make you a mod too, Simon? Let me check. I always like to have more mods. Let's see, can I go to my chat? Got it, okay. I'm going to, cannot make you a mod apparently. I'd have to do that in my YouTube settings, I believe. Well, remind me at some point and I will do that. All right, let's go back to OBS. All right, so we've got Gigalion. I think I'm going to do this lighting effect first because I'm going to be airbrushing these little lanterns and I need sort of a little soft glow, and I'm going to be using some of this. It's actually called Golden Glow. Display name is the name from the Google account that you're, okay, that makes sense. Huh, okay. All right, turn on my airbrush. All right, I'm gonna need to make sure my needle's not stuck. Oh, and it's gross. How's everybody been? I'm going to be having another stream on Friday, and don't forget, I'm also going to be doing a few hangouts Tuesday and Thursday, or Tuesday and Wednesday, sorry. I'm going to be doing hangouts at the same time. So if you want to come and hang out in the Discord, that's Tuesday and Wednesday at 2 p.m., same time as now. And if you want to watch another live stream, which I'm not sure what I'm going to paint yet, we'll see if I'm done with, I'll probably be done with Gigalion, so we might move on. Let's just do a quick little box opening because I'm very excited about this commission. I got these from Ignis Art. One is a bust and one is, here's the bust. You guys seen this? Borowy is how I think you say his name in Polish. And this is the artwork. I love it. Sticker. So he's not a big, this might be the full, this is the full character. This is the full character. He's a 54 millimeter. And then, let's see. The other one is the bust, and it's a lot bigger. So maybe I'll do the bust. One of these I'm going to do as like the box art kind of colors, and the other one I'm going to do an autumn theme. Here he is again. It says nature has its own protectors. Borowy is one of them. His old forest spirit lives in deep woods, taking care of all the trees and plants and animals and inhabitants. And this is, I really do love the models from Ignis Arts. And he's got these big, he's like an ent almost. Not quite, but he's definitely a forest spirit. And he's got these growing out of his back, and he's looking thoughtful. He's got a little fairy, very cute little fairy sitting on his shoulder. And the kit came with this really nice little charm. That's pretty nice. So yeah, that, I think I might start on that on Friday. We'll see where I'm at with my other commissions. So I'm excited. All right, I'm gonna set that aside. All right, and I need thinner. And I'm gonna use, this is my cleaner. Thinner and cleaner. And gloves. I need gloves. Always gloves. And I have a mask, but where is it? Ah, it's been so long. Well, there's my mask. Okay, good. I found everything. Hi, Ro. Good evening. I was just telling chat that we're doing Hangout tomorrow in the Discord, and we are we're doing that tomorrow and Wednesday, and then on Friday we're going to do another stream. So I got this, and I've been doing this to kind of use as a dump pot, which I think it's been working really nice for me. Let's go ahead and just squeeze a little bit of thinner. Actually, probably a little too much thinner. For every bit of thinner I use, I only use a few drops of paint. Let's do 3 drops of paint. It's dripping out of the front because I forgot to put my needle in. That's bad. That might, hopefully won't cause too big a problem. That's funny though. Okay, we do a little test spray. We want a soft dot, not a spray dot, not with a bunch of spray. And I'm just gonna hit these little lanterns. There's a few here. That's a big lantern right there. Okay, that looks nice. Okay, that is all I need for my yellow. To be honest, I'm not really going to need any more yellow in this. Sounds perfect. You'll try to join the Hangout. Awesome. All right. I'm going to go ahead and clean this out. There's not a lot of yellow in here. You need to get one of my, I usually use one of these little wedges and then clean stuff out. This is a spray through airbrush cleaner from Badger, and is it from Badger? Yeah, it's the spray through, and I love it. And I don't usually try to, when it's that full of paint, I don't usually try to spray it through. I'll just keep filling it and rinsing it because I don't want to push a bunch of particles if I don't have to through the airbrush. See, it's still quite a lot of paint in there because I poured paint straight into it instead of mixing it in advance. Angel Giraldez is one of my favorite Spanish painters, and he's a master airbrush, and he always pre-mixes his paint before he puts it in because he uses a hardened Steenbeck, and those will clog on you if you just pour paint in them. So don't do that if you have a hardened Steenbeck. All right, let's see. All right, that looks pretty, that looks good enough. So see, that's clean enough. All right, I need some, I'm gonna go with purples for my shadows. What could I do? I think I'm gonna use this purple here. This is dark purple from Pro Crow from Monument Hobbies. And I think I'm gonna do the pre-mixing like Angel does. Let's just, he usually uses a little blister. I have a blister actually. Let me get the blister tray down from, maybe not. There we go. Here's a little blister. Save these because they make great paint mixing trays. Give it a good shake. It's still plugged. So has anybody been, I don't know what about you guys, but I have been like a little bit blocked lately for both content and painting. It's been really tricky, but I'm hoping I can just kind of muscle my way out of it. All right, that's nice. See how runny that is and nice? I want it to be maybe a little bit runnier. I want to be able to pour it. Just a smidge more thinner. Let's blow a bubble. There we go. Did I use ink or white? I used white primer from Badger. Again, this is the best white primer I've ever used ever. And I do believe there is a UK version. I cannot remember the name of it. But this is what I use for my white primer. All right, see how nice and runny that is? When I push it up against the wall of the thing, I can see a little bit of the blister pack through. So it's not super. And then we can make a little corner here so that pours nice. I'm going to do some underpainting on this one because I want to have some nice base coating before I get going. So, ooh, I'm spelling and making schmutz. All right, we don't need that. We don't need that. Okay, so let's get this out of the way because we don't want to mess up our white lion. Yo, Rumble, hello. I'm just going to kind of coat all of the shadows with this dark purple. All of my shadow. Oh, it's bubbling. Does anybody know what it means when it bubbles out the top? I have not had that happen in a while, so I'm guessing it's plugged a little bit. Maybe I need to clean it out a little bit. Yeah, it's probably also how I'm holding it. Mr. Giggles, the friendly lion, yes. So since we have so many UK people on right now, I'm going to ask you guys the question that I asked Rumble this week. In an English breakfast, what part do you eat first? Or what is the best part of the English breakfast? There, that actually looks kind of cool, just like that already. All right, now let's get this. If I get a little bit on the yellow, it's okay. Because it's going to make that yellow look even brighter, right? Yellow plus purple is like usually kind of a puce gray kind of color. Okay, it is bubbling quite a lot out of the top. Let's make one shot in the yeah, that's right. You were right. All right, I think I will go ahead and underpaint the lion. Like paint his shadows. See how I'm starting at the bottom and I get all his little shadows on here. Yes, he does have anatomy. We're not on Twitch. We're on YouTube, so I don't know if YouTube cares if he has anatomy. That's kind of nice. They probably do, but we're not like live, we're private live, so I don't think it's gonna matter. Okay, my goal is to make it read white, but not necessarily be white. There, I like that purple a lot. Load up on a bit of everything onto the fork and open wide. Oh, I like that. So little beans, a little sausage, a little bit of bacon, a little bit of egg. What else? Tomatoes, potatoes. Anatomy demonetized. I know. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I might have to demonetize this video. That's okay. I'm not married to YouTube in the same way that Twitch, you know what I mean? It's totally fine. Best is bacon and sausage and egg and everything else shoved on the fork, as Rumble said. I like that. What about you, Simon? What's your favorite part? Bread to mop it all up. Yeah. Toasted bread. Do you put jam or marmalade on your bread, or is it just butter? Or just plain? So here, I don't eat toast because I can't, because I'm gluten intolerant. But when I did, I like crusty farmhouse. That sounds good. I'm gonna make you guys all hungry for breakfast for dinner. Okay, a little cleaner. I'm just making sure. I think I need to, yeah, it's still bubbling through. So let's see if I can clean this out a little bit. Favorite part of breakfast, English breakfast. So you know how English breakfast comes with a whole bunch of different foods on it? I'm curious of what your favorite part of it is, and which part do you eat first? There we go. It's bubbling a little bit more. There's paint on the tip as well, so let me see if I can get that off. Bit of butter for me, but there's a fried slice going a bit of sauce on it. Yeah, if there's a oh yeah, that sounds good too. So I was telling Rumble, my favorite American breakfast is corned beef hash, which looks like cat food. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't have it homemade, if it's like from a can or from a restaurant, it's usually from a can if it's from a restaurant, and it doesn't look appetizing. Okay, so this doesn't look good. I think we need some pink in there somehow, so to transition, but not a lot. Maybe I can transition with this lighter purple. Let's do this. Let's transition with this pinky purple, and then we'll go to yellow after that. You just like all of it. Great for hangovers. All right, where's this? I'm gonna dump this out, clean with a little cleaner. Oh, so I have some really good news. I was just talking to my caster, Orzal Studio, and there we go. We're gonna do a little bit of that. And Mr. Lee's. There we go. And we're getting the packaging all worked out and the pricing of packing the packaging. And we're getting closer and closer. I'm hoping for a November launch. I'm hoping we'll have everything together for a November launch for the pre-order. And that would be amazing. So once everything gets pre-ordered, then we have to make the models and then pack them and then ship them out. Okay, and it doesn't look like shipping's going to be very expensive as long as you live in the UK, Europe, or US. If you live outside of that area, things could get expensive, but I'm hoping not more than like $15 USD. All right, I'm going to just do a little, oops, see, too much. Let's do little short bursts. I'm going to spray right over the yellow and see what happens. That's actually kind of nice. Okay, then we will probably have to go back to the yellow too. Yeah, we're going to go back to the yellow. But this pink will really... There we go. The pink will really make a nice transition to the yellow. I don't think I'm going to use pink anywhere else. Sounds good. Shipping will definitely be decent in Germany, because pretty much we're going to ship from Poland, so it'll be, they can ship anywhere in the EU. Poland can ship anywhere in the EU, and Germany is right by Poland, so I expect it won't cost too much. Right? You're like neighbors. Oh, looks like a thunderstorm cloud. Yes, it does. And okay, so the story behind the lion is that he's in this cave with all these mists. Mists? Right. Let's do a little... Oh, I don't want to do this. Shake it. He's in the cave with a bunch of mist. Oh, that's a bad word in German, isn't it? I just remembered that. Don't, yeah. So, fog, how's that? Fog is a better word. So I'm not swearing in German. Row, is that a bad word in German? All right, a little thinner. There we go. A little bit of yellow. See, this is, oh, look at, see how it sinks right to the bottom? That's because this is Reaper, and Reaper is already very thick. There we go. It's an okay-ish word, but it can be negative. Okay. So in building the Judge Death bust, and the amount of air bubbles isn't great. Yeah, putty, and if you have any like Bondic is really good for filling bubbles. Okay, here we go. This is I use this blister trick from On Hill. Okay, we're gonna do. See, we got to spray the pink out first. Wait till it starts turning yellow. There we go. I'm going to go in for these little, we need to let it dry in between. It might be too, it's not thick enough. Add some more paint. More yellow. There we go. It's got a little bit of that pink in it, but that'll be okay. It'll help transition better if it's got a... see, it's already more yellow. All right, so... See? So we're gradually getting brighter and brighter. All right, so now I think we need to use a brighter yellow, actually. Maybe? I need to let that dry is what I need to do. Let's spray it with just the air. Hope I don't get too many bubbles. There. Okay, that's probably just how I want it. It's nice and it's a little bit dim. we can always lighten it up. Alrighty, and here's another brush to clean things out. What happens if I take a little bit of this yellow, or the moon, actually game color moon yellow might be a little bit less drab. Let's see what happens. Probably gonna be too yellow. Ooh, that is bright. All right, we're gonna put that in there. Ooh, let's mix that around. That's got a lot of pigment that just came out. You can see how my process kind of goes. I kind of mentally figure this out as I go. Oh yeah, okay, I like that. Let's put that in there. Just enough. And then spray it through first. Don't spray it on the model until you've sprayed it through first. Grab some paper towel. There we go. Okay, let's see what happens when we hit that. Okay, I like that. That looks pretty, doesn't it? Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that because I think that's a good start. Hello, Matt. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be doing Discord Hangouts tomorrow and Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And then we're going to be at 2 o'clock Central. And then we're going to be doing another stream where I'm maybe painting this Ignis art. We're going to do another stream. That'll be, I lost my cup. There it is. I've been using this as a dump pot. It works pretty good. Another live stream on Friday, so that if people can't make it on, because I wasn't able to do a Saturday stream. And this way some of the Americans might be able to make it. Oh, I see a blob of paint. There it is. Look at that. That's huge. That's a blob that was in my airbrush. All right. So there is some backwashing going on my brush that's causing it to bubble out the top. It's probably because I need to give it a good clean. There's probably some kind of piece of paint in there that's causing it to come back on me. This is a lesson for everybody to don't do what I do. Okay, so now we're ready for this rock. And in the past, I've always kind of painted it gray, and I kind of want to do that again. Let's put him on here and see what he looks like. Okay, so he is like this. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with the gray. So we've got, let's put this in here and see how this looks. You know what I just realized? Look what's not being, there's no bounce light on the rock underneath. So we might end up, that's annoying. Okay, watch how I'm going to fix that. So first, I'm going to put this back in and glue it in. Where is my glue? Let's go ahead and put some glue down here. And then we'll set this in there. Squeeze that tight. Yeah, We're going to need to airbrush again. And I'm wondering if I should spray white first. Let's spray white first. We'll do actual Stynylrez Res white. And then we'll add a little yellow to it after the fact, just a little bit. Okay. Nice thing about Stynylrez is you don't really need to thin it in advance. So then we're going to hit these. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Hit those little lanterns. There's another one back here. And see how it glows now from the inside? There we go. Okay, I like that much better now. Okay, we're gonna put just the smidgest amount. Is it a commission? It is, yes. Yes, it is. Which I like Kingdom Death commissions. There we go, that's pretty. It's a little transparent, or sorry, it's a little pastel. We can add a little bit more to see if it brightens up. Yeah, there we go. Gotta let it spray through the white anytime you're changing colors. And I'm just doing short little blasts because I don't want to just blast this right on top of the purple. That's pretty. All right, but I'm going to spray this through. Just add straight yellow because I think there's too much white on it. Mediocre Minis, hello. How are you? We've got a big crowd today. I'm so glad. Maybe I should stream more in the weekdays. This is more than I usually have on the weekends. What do you guys think? Should I stream on the weekdays more? It's actually easier on me. There we go. Oh my God, that's lovely. Lovely soft lamp glow. Where's my other one? This one. Pretty. There, that's much better. So far so good. Hope very well. I am. I'm doing good. Okay. I like that a lot. I really, really like that yellow. All right, I'm gonna do something interesting here. I feel like I'm gonna go with some yellow on this. Let's do it this way. See how that does that? It's just a little bit of yellow to create a transition from the purple. And then we'll go up to a lighter. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Yeah, it is one of my old Twitch time slots, and I think that, well, that's why I kind of kept it, is because it was the same as my Twitch time slot. All right, we're getting there. I'm just kind of going all over him with the yellow to see what happens here. This is completely experimental. But I'm happy with that so far. It's very pretty. All right, now I'm gonna go up to ivory. This is bright ivory. We could do pale yellow first, but I think I won't. I think I'm gonna go straight to ivory. I'm gonna blow that all through. There's a lot of crusty stuff on the sides, so I'm definitely not gonna spray that through. I need to make sure that's rinsed out first. Dump it. There we go. So, Simon, also known as All Right Backside, is going to be doing a challenge on the Discord that everybody who's interested can take part in. And so it's not, there's not any kind of prize or anything, but it is just kind of like a motivational kind of a, if you made it, you made it kind of thing. That you can, maybe we'll come up with like an emote or something that people can use who did the challenge. I don't know how we could do that, but all right. But anyway, my point was, Simon's idea was to create a challenge so that we can get something that we've kind of, so it's spooky season. So that means to try to do something that scares you. Either it's like a bust or a, you know, following a tutorial that, you know, looks like something you've never tried before, painting something that you're scared to paint. You can even, if you really want to go with the season, you can make it something to do with spooky season. Not everybody's up for that, but you can totally. All right, I'm gonna just put this in. Oh, there's a big lint piece. There we go. Thinner first. But anyway, yeah, I think what that is taking forever to come out. I think what I'm going to challenge myself to do, because it's something that I really need to work on, and I'm also blocked as hell, so I've had trouble working on it, is doing some content. Basically trying to do one piece of social media content every day of Spooky Month. That would be a big challenge for me. And it'll be hopefully something that will maybe get me back in the saddle, because I hurt my back this weekend. Actually, I'm feeling really good. That's because I took ibuprofen, I bet. All right, there's my ivory. We're spraying it through, because remember, there's white that's probably still in there. All right, now we're going to hold this and begin to cover. See, that white becomes actual white. But you know what's funny? It's not white, it's ivory. But because it's over the yellow and the purple, it's reading as white. It's like how to paint white without using white. And I'm just, again, I'm doing my soft little airbrush sprays. Till I get it so that he's just so. That's pretty. I like the purple shadows a lot. Look at how, can you guys see the depth of that? Okay. Trying to get a lot on his shadow, on his shoulders and on his hindquarters here. That feels pretty good. I like that a lot. See if I can get his hands. His hands are going to be covered with probably technical paint blood. but not yet. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some of this mist. I'm going to move the lion out of the way. Am I running it? I think I got bad dry tip. Can you see that? You can see that huge chunk of paint. What you can do is grab a Q-tip, preferably one of those pointy Q-tips that you can buy. And I'm going to put some alcohol on it or some paint cleaner. It is great contrast. Did I lose chat somehow? Oh no, there you go. I gotcha. Yeah, the yellow and the purple next to each other is very pretty. Okay, grab this. So, oh, I didn't get any alcohol on it. There we go. Okay, now it's Q-tip loaded with alcohol. Airbrush, and you're just gonna kind of wipe it so that you can get all that schmutz off the tip. Who is it? Rainer uses something even better, which is those little dental brushes that you can buy. They're like a little dental pick. Do I have any of those? Let's see if I have any that I can show you. I think I do. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, I've got something. Nope, I don't. That's okay. But anyway, it's important to keep dry tip off because that's when you really start getting that backwash. There, see now it's spraying again? Oh, it's really, see the bubbles? I might have to switch brushes if it doesn't, it keeps messing me up. Every now and then you can blast. Oops. Okay. Try to hit that mist. Ah, that's probably too much. And it's too thin too. Let's add a smidge of white. Just a smidge. Because it's a little thin already, so white is, there we go, just a little bit, just 2 drops. Stir it in, it automatically gets brighter, whiter. Yeah, that's already lighter. I want it to look smoky. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to rinse this out again. We're letting the airbrush do a lot of the work for us. All right, spray this through. The reason why I'm spraying it through is because I do feel like there is some dried paint or something in there. I'm trying to get it to soften up a little bit so that I can not have my bubbles. Okay. Let's pull this needle out. Let's do this quick. Well, this is one way to clean it. It's just to there. Okay, so much better. Check. There is a piece of dried paint on the end of my needle. Seeing your progress definitely shows me I have to improve. You know what? I have really improved my airbrush skills over the years. It really just boils down to making yourself use it. I want to be honest. Because, wait a second. Why can't I? I'm trying to put this little lever. Just this whole part, the technical part of trying to get it to go. What? Oh, that's why, because the needle is already in there. That's why I was like, I can't push it down all the way because the needle was in there, huh? Okay, there. There. So yeah, just learning to take apart and clean your airbrush is a skill of its own. All right, but it really does. It is just a tool. It's just another brush. And once you get over the fear of it, it makes a huge difference. All of the professional painters I know use an airbrush because it just knocks out so much time. And if you're not a good blender, this will really make your blending game go up. All right, now it's time for masking some stuff off so we don't want to cover up. We want to cover up the clouds. Sorry, I do want to cover up the clouds because I just want to paint the rock. So I'm not going to do super picky stuff, but this is Silly Putty. I don't know if you guys have this in the UK or well, you do have it in the UK. You may not have it in Europe, but it's Silly Putty. It's stretchy. It sticks to itself and it sticks to other things, but it won't take your paint off, right? So I'm just gonna come in here and mask off my, actually cleaning and assembling is the most fun, but you only use it for priming. So here's what you can do, Ro. Instead of just boring priming, pretend you are painting with the primer as practice. When you start really getting a feel for preciseness, as you know, you're only priming, but you're putting it on there precisely with the primer, you will be less nervous when it comes to just painting, right? Need to get you some of that. It looks very useful. It's extremely useful. I love Silly Putty. It's only, you can probably get it at the pound store, Rumble, in the kids section, because that's where I got mine, is at the dollar store, and it was $1 for like a 4-pack or something like that. I know you can get it on Amazon as well, but don't give just Jeff Bezos any more money. He doesn't need any money. He doesn't need any money for the rest of his life. Okay. I'm just gonna put this on here. Hopefully I won't get too, like, I made it blobby enough that I won't get very sharp, and I can always soften my edges like so. All right, let's go with the, I want a dark gray. I want it like a blue black is not what I want. Here we go. This is dark neutral gray. And where's my... I lost it. I had it, there it is. I put it where I could find it, and then I can't find it. All right, we're gonna put, it's okay if there's a little yellow in that. Ooh. Because that dark neutral gray is gonna, just a little bit thinner. Knit a little bit because it's got that yellow in there. All right, I'm mixing it so that I don't have any blobs. Put that in there. Okay, and again, spray through. Ooh, see how that spidered on me? That means I might need to control. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to give my little stone face a nice undercoat. I don't know what it is. Base coat. Base coat. Now over here, I'm being more careful because I want that yellow to stick around. And angle it so that you don't lose stuff, right? Because this is pretty blah color, but we're going to get in here with some transparency and things. And it's going to get interesting. You can see there's a little bit of purple under that eye. I like that. All right. Now, I think I'm going to hit this with the hair dryer just to make sure it's dry. And then I'm going to take the mask off. We leave the paint in the airbrush because I'm probably going to need to soften things. Pre-shade. Yes, pre-shade. Oh, a toy shop. Yeah, you could probably get it at a toy shop as well. Exactly. All right, so let's hit this with the hairdryer. I'm going to mute. 1 second here. I'm going to mute now. So the nice thing about airbrushing is that it will dry super fast because it's such a thin amount of paint. You're aerosoling paint on. See how nice that is? But we're going to soften that edge where it really got crisp. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to leave that there. Well, we can go on the back maybe a little bit. Yeah. Careful. See how I'm softening that edge right here between, so it's not a sharp line. There, now it's gone. Let's see if I can give it an angle to shade that. Yeah, that's shaded nice. See how it's shaded? I like that. Am I running out of paint? There. Again, softening stuff so that I think there's more paint, more thinner than paint in here. Ah, what is happening? Okay. Let me stir this a little bit. You know, you're going to go into a cone shop, a toy shop, and come out with other nerdy toys and not the putty. Right? Well, take a picture of Silly Putty with you so that they know what you're talking about. All right, so we got something started here. Let's do another shadow. Okay. That's looking cool. I like that. All right, I'm going to rinse this out. What movies are coming out? I think Carnage is coming out in November, so there probably is going to be Carnage toys. What else is coming out? Dune. Do you think they're going to make Dune toys? It's not really a kids' movie. Not at all. Nerds will be nerds, mate. Yep. I'm trying to think. I don't know of any kids' movies that are coming out in this November. Excuse me, Shopkeep. Do you have any? Oh, Lego. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You could just... It's a Star Wars Lego. Alone. I'm sure they have Lego, because that's probably a huge seller. But I do have a question. Is the Legos in the UK as expensive as it is in some of the other places? Like Australia, to get Legos, it's like insane. And some Lego kits in the US are expensive too. 007, haha. All right, see how that's starting to clean? I think this will, one more, and it'll probably be through. Nope, you can still see that there's paint in there because it clouds up. Once it's clear, that's when it's fine. Extortionately priced. Yes. All right. Okay, there we go. Look at that. It's starting to be less cloudy each time. All right. There's still some paint in there because see that spidered out gray. What am I going to do? Oh, I know where the paint is. It's actually in the cup. I see it. That's why it keeps clouding up. Okay. Legos. Oh, see, now it's clear. Okay. Last one. All right. Now we're going to get out the palette, the wet palette, because I'm done-ish with the airbrush. I've done a lot of my base coating, right? Like we've done a lot of the underpainting, the pre-painting. Okay, so here's the other thing. When there's overspray in your Silly Putty, all you need to do is give it a couple stretches, and look at that. It's kind of mixed in. Eventually this will turn black, but it's really nice because it's kind of self-cleaning. And then it comes in this egg, Silly Putty. And then I just put it in my drawer for the next time. All right, I really think this needs more color. So we're gonna see about, here's the wet palette. I'm gonna put a piece of paper on it. Do I have any palette paper? Well, there it is on the floor. Ha! My floor desk. Did I lose my mic? My mic came off, but okay. All right. Red Grass Games palette paper. This is the new one. I'm not as big of a fan of the new paper as the old paper, but some people will really like this because you can wash it off. Not real necessary for me. All right, I'm going to take different colors of the transparent paints. I'm going to take a little bit of the purple. We're going to take brown. Whoop. A little bit of blue. Yeah, and I feel like we need just a smidge. Well, we need black for sure. Just a little bit of black over here and maybe a little red. No, I'm not going to do red yet. I'm going to take my, what kind of brush am I going to use? I'm going to use a flat one of these. Actually, let's use one that's a little newer. This is the Monument Synthetic Pro. It's the DA2. And I'm just going to pull out some colors on my palette here. Ooh, I like that blue. And there's my black. And we're just going to start making a mix of things to see what we get. Oh, I like that really dark blue. That's pretty. And we're just going to go over my gray with my transparents. Look at how beautiful. And so see, you can see the gray, right? There's a lot of water in this. All right, grab some purples. I want a mix, like I said. And here's some brown over here. Be careful not to get any on your misty clouds. I love the transparent so much. Okay. Let's see, let's go back with brown on this side here. So it's starting to feel stony. Let's go with a little bit more black here because he's going to be, actually, yeah, right here is where the lion is going to be sitting. So that can be more black because he's going to be shading it. Do some purple and some blue. And then we're going to hit it with a hair dryer and do some more layers. Okay, a little bit of water. See where there's a line? I'm just going to smooth that because it's transparent. It'll be right. It'll be really nice. So right over it. All right, time to hair dry. Let's go ahead and mute. All right, so as soon as it dries a little bit darker. Let me show you. So it's very difficult to see the colors and there's still wet spots. So I'm going to do another blast with the hairdryer and then we're going to dry brush some texture onto this. Okay, I really want, dry brush is excellent for texture. Okay, this is looking, okay, so here we go. We're gonna do some, I need the biggest dry brush I have. This one's pretty big. This one is the Monument Pro Synthetic Double D3. It needs a little cleaning, it's a little dirty. Let me see if I can clean this out a little bit. Might have some paint in it still. That's okay. Yvette! Yay, Sneaky! How are you? I have not talked to you in so long. So what do I want to use? I want to use ivory again for my dry brush. So, where's my ivory? Here it is. Nope, that's white. Don't use the white. How are you, Sneaky? All my European friends are here. Yay! Olive flesh. I misplaced on my desk my ivory. There it is. See, every time I place something off to my right, I lose it. Okay. Now, this is going to be tricky. We don't want a lot of paint on the model. And I need a paper towel so I can wipe off the excess. Hello, you've been busy? Yeah, so have I. Well, in a different way. We're getting very close to getting to the point where we can launch the model. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. I loaded up my brush and now I'm going to wipe off a bunch of it. I need this to be bone dry. And we're going to do little circles, right? See how it's giving me that texture? I want that. I want that exact kind of texture. I'm so glad to hear that, Sneaky. That's just a huge stress reliever, isn't it? Have you seen any good birds lately? Yes, it's Sneaky Tiny Small. Look at how this automatically, with this texturing, starts looking like stone. And it looks really beautiful too. We're going to add more layers of the transparent here in a minute. Oh, I love it. Look at how beautiful. Okay. That is gorgeous. I kind of want to do that to the lion. Oh. Okay. Don't ever listen to anybody who tells you that dry brush is not a valid technique. And then I'm going to rinse the paint out. Finally painting again, that's awesome. You know what, I'm going to give this a little soak in some alcohol, because I feel like it's loaded with old paint. Let's see what happens. Yeah, look at how dirty that got quickly. And I'm just putting rubbing alcohol on it, isopropyl, to clean it out. And look, it's already getting nice and soft. So much better. Okay. All right, so when we go to dry brush again, it'll be nice and clean. Let's dump this. Off the cap and put that back on. All right, watch what happens now. We've dry brushed ivory onto our stone. We're gonna get out our wedge brush again with our mixture of colors. And we're just gonna go ahead and start putting that again, we're gonna do several layers of this, right? I like that. Actually, I like just that brown. Let's do a little bit of gray, a little bit of purple back here. A little blue. See how it's starting to look like stone? I'm just glad that you're doing well, Sneaky, and that your mom's well, and that you're back. It's just really cool. I'm gonna add some more brown. There we go. All right, that's beautiful. More blue. That's too much blue. Haha. All right, we can thin that out with the other colors too. Add some purple, add some black. So it's not quite so crazy blue. Oop, I got some on my mist. There we go. Add some blue back here so it's balanced. A little more brown. Okay, we need to let that dry again. How's everybody been? Everybody answer that question right now. How's everybody been? I know a lot of us have been going through some stuff. I know, but we're all here for each other, you know? All right, I'm gonna mute. Okay, I will go first. I will tell you guys how I've been. I don't know. I'm in a weird place with my painting. Not sure what caused it exactly, but I've been in a blah, and I don't know what to do to get out of it other than, you know, just maybe lean into it a little bit and let it be okay that I'm in a blah. You know, sometimes we're in a blah. Okay, that's way too much white, or ivory rather. Okay, we can try to buff that out. There we go. The good news is I've been hanging out with my daughter a little bit more, and so that's nice. It's always nice to connect with loved ones. All right, I love that. That I'm loving. Okay. So I'm gonna let that dry. We need to I feel like I lost it. I feel like I lost it. All right, let me dry that real quick. I'm gonna hit it with a little white this time. Where's my white? That's ivory. Here we go. Ooh, we got some, you know what? We've got some scar white. Let me shake that up. You got a new job, which has put you in a good headspace, cut away a lot of negativity, and you feel like really good as a result. That is fantastic, Rumble. I'm so glad to hear that. I feel like, yeah, that sounds great. All right, I'm going to try dry brushing with this brush. It's a little bit more precise. There's still a lot of white paint on it. I'm just going to try to go ahead and hit these edges with the precise brush, right? Mike and I's 15th anniversary is coming up. So we're going to go to holiday in a place called Galena, Illinois. There's wineries and shopping, and it's very kind of what do you call it? It's, oh, I really like that. Okay. So nice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick dry brush over the mist with this to hit the highlights of that. Maybe a little too much. You also set up your office in your house so you can reclaim your painting area, so you have a separation of hobby and work. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Right? I don't have a separation of hobby and work because my job is my work, right? My hobby is actually not even painting. My job is painting. So my hobby, that's nice. I like that. Okay. What I really need to get work done is to have a regular crew that wants to hang out in Discord with me and chat while I paint, because that's what's going to get the work done, is having kind of somebody help me body double. There we go. All right, that is looking pretty cool-ish. Let's put the lion on it. We need to do a lot more contrast on that rock because the lion needs to look white. So I originally wanted, okay, so I need to blow dry this because I don't know if this is dry yet. So give me a second. I'm going to mute again. Okay, this time we're going to go full on with the glazings of the transparent colors. And I need them to be thinner than I was using them in the past. So let's do thin glaze of this brown over here and purple. Maybe some black. It needs to be darker. That's nice and dark, but let's spread it out. There we go. I like that. Go with some brown. See how pretty that's going to be with the once the lion's on top. Let's go ahead and mix black and blue together and a little purple. See what happens. Ooh, I really like that kind of indigo color. Let's see what happens when we make the whole stone that color. Sometimes we get happy accidents, right? And you run with them. And I like that one. This one is a happy accident for sure. See, I thought I was going to be doing, oh, I need more purple. See, now it's getting darker on this side. I lost a lot of my little dry brushy stuff, but I think the result is going to be more interesting, actually. Okay. Let's do more blue on this side. Okay. I'm calling it. I'm calling it now because I think that the lion's going to look better on top of that contrast. Yep. Now, I'm going to do some coal black on my palette because I'm going to paint the base, because that sometimes painting the base helps you see it. I'm going to use a smaller brush. This one. It's a big smaller brush. It's a 4. But it has pretty good points, so. I'm just going to go in here where my paint in some of the shadows here. And I got a little bit of black on my clouds. That's okay. Remember, we can always go back and airbrush our clouds back if we need to, and we might need to. I'm going to get transparent black in here. There we go. See? Mixture of transparent and a regular black. That's pretty. Now we're getting some real contrast. You can really, yeah, you can really see how adding the black on the base here is helping everything else kind of show up. And it goes from this gray to a nice solid black. I feel like this is my third or fourth Gigalion. So I've painted a few of them already. All right, now grab transparent black. Let's go into the corners here. That looks good. Now, if you look close, you can kind of see it's still got some of that stone texture. All right. I am going to go ahead and do a little peach for this leg. There's like body parts all strewn around. I'm going to add some ivory because they are, I need some brown too, maybe. Oh, that didn't work. Let's go with the yellow. So I just taken a little bit of this yellow, so we hopefully can make it look, yeah, putrid. Not putrid, but like dead. I need dead flesh. See how it's kind of yellow there? This brush is too big. Give me a second here. Just bought a whole bunch of new brushes, but I think I left them upstairs. That one's a 4 also. I don't want 4s. Is that a smaller one? Here we go. Here's a 2. Okay, more precise. Just trying to lay down some color for now, and I can go ahead and refine it as I'm going. There we go. Let's go ahead and add some brown on the ends here. This is eventually going to turn into like gross leg. Let's do a little purple there too. Yeesh. That looks cool. Okay. There's some small rocks that it looks like I missed. There's one right here. And there's a small one right here and one right here. And everything else is clouds. There is some rocks back here as well. Need more black. There we go. Okay, with that. I do feel like I need some kinds of, let's do a little transparent. I'm not sure. What happens when I take just a little bit of transparent red and purple and make a magenta? Yes. I just want my clouds to feel more ethereal. So I'm going to add some of this purple color to the edges of them. Make sure I don't have chat to Does that mean you would like a bunch more gigs to paint? Gigs to paint? What it means is I need like people with me to, because I have plenty to paint, but what I need is more people to paint with. Does that make sense? Like body doubling is what it's called. There we go. All right. I'm just smoothing out any kind of crunchy lines so that I don't have any. So I have a more smooth blend here. Okay, that's cool looking. I like that little tail of cloud. But yeah, I'm definitely got plenty to paint. What I need to do is be painting more frequently the stuff that I have. Look at how beautiful. See, sometimes you just need to add like one more. I'm going to add a little bit of that purple over the foot so it kind of, there we go. So it sort of integrates it into the rest of the scene. A little bit of blue on that. Okay. They really need to just bottle magenta. I would love it. Like a purple and red mix. Okay, that's good. I really do love the transparents. They feel like watercolor, which is why I like them so much. I'm gonna grab a little white, hit the tops of those misty bumps. This is Citadel, so Citadel is much easier to blend because it's a satin paint. I love it. So Mike and I went birding this past weekend, and we went to this kind of like remote little preserve that we'd never been to before. And it was really great because there was like hardly any people there. There was like just a few people fishing in boats, so we really came in direct contact with no one. Oh, I love that. This is feeling much more cloudy and misty. Anyway, we ended up seeing like a whole flock of white American pelicans that were migrating. And if you've ever seen, I don't know if you've ever seen a large group of pelicans, but they're big birds. And so we didn't know what it was at first. We thought maybe they were gulls, but like I said, they turned out to be pelicans, and they ride thermals just like turkey vultures. It was really cool. Look at that, how pretty that is. I love it. I love that red, that purpley pink. I feel like I'm going to add a little bit of yellow in here too. Let's see. Let's go ahead and, where can I stick some of this red in between? stuff. It's transparent, so we can kind of lay it in here in between the lanterns and stuff. That's cool. I like that. Sometimes I paint with color because I don't really know what I want to do. So at least it's colorful that I like the color. Does that make sense? Get all that underpainting in and then come back and yeah, that looks good. I like it. A little bit more red. This part can be a lot more red because there is like a whole bloodbath back here. Okay. Whoa. All right, and let's go back in with that white and pop that white out. Love it. Cool. Okay. We're getting closer to being done with this base. So we have this yellow lion, and I'm thinking he's going to need to have some tones of pink as well. Because right now I'm not feeling it. We need a bridge color. We've got the purple in there. Let's see what happens when we add some of this pink. Again, this is transparent. Thin, 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 so that it blends, blends, blends. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the way to go. We'll just layer in some transparency into my shadows here. And then we'll do the same thing we did with the clouds where we kind of popped out the whites. Okay, this can go a lot more red because we are adding sort of his carnage on here. And I think when it comes to any kind of blood effects, less is more. So we don't need crazy amounts. Let's add a little bit of this brown so it feels more bloody, and a little bit of black, just a smidge. Yeah, we want a dark color here. And I'm going to try this technique. This is I don't know if it's going to splatter for me. It might not enough water in the paint. Let's try this. There we go. Haha! Success. We got a nice gross splatter. I'm going to let that hair dry and see what happens with that, because we don't know if it's going to look good or not. You saw the eagle, yeah. Yeah, there was okay, hold on. I'll tell you about the eagle when I come back from hair drying. You're going to mute. All right, I want to talk about this, how this transparent, it really dried pretty matte. So we're eventually going to need to use some Tamiya or maybe some Green Stuff World, something that's not matte, maybe an ink. But I love the color so far, so it's pretty, really pretty. Let's see. There we go. That blue is so blue, isn't it? I don't know about that. Let's see what happens when I add some of this white on here. Just gonna kind of try to stipple it on and see what happens. All right, so Rumble brought up the eagle. So we saw an immature bald eagle, which I've been seeing a lot of bald eagles lately in my part of Illinois, which is really cool because they used to be endangered when I was younger, and now we're seeing huge comebacks of eagles. Okay, I'm gonna see what happens when I start trying to do a little hair texture. Might have to do several layers of this. It's not bad. Yeah, that's feeling better. Good time for you, Ro? Okay, thanks so much for coming and hanging out while we stream. It really is nice to see you guys again. Well, don't forget, we're going to do the Discord tomorrow, and then Wednesday, and then another stream on Friday. I like that. That's kind of cool, the texture. I need to paint his toenails black. Let's see what happens. Good night, Ro. All right, glasses off. Here we go. Yeah, I like that black for the nails. Feels ominous. I'm also gonna do some more darkening of his hands. I feel like that will make him look creepy. I like that. This is not the transparent, but it is kind of laying on this light color, kind of like a transparent, which I'm not fussy about. I kind of like it. All right, that's awesome. All right, let's do some transparent black on this hand and see what happens. Let me see. Let's spin this out. Might need to just do, yeah, I might need to just airbrush this. I'm not sure. We'll see. Something about having black hands that makes something kind of sinister. I got that tip from Aaron Lovejoy. I've been actually backing his Patreon to get some mentorship, and it's been really nice. Okay, that's pretty cool looking, I think. Maybe. think I need to airbrush it. Well, let's just put some more on this one. See what happens. We'll blob the red on after the fact. Tried two different things. See how they both work. See how I put water on that to thin that out? Okay. Maybe a little purple and black, maybe, because it's not getting as dark as I want it. Yeah, a little purple and black, that's what it needed. Yes, there we go. That looks creepy. Yes. I like that. Thin that out. So what's so great about the transparents is they dry matte. All right, let's get some of this interesting color of red on his hands here. See how we go back and put and then let's splatter again. Let's do a little bit more red. Gorgeous. Oh, yeah, he had some on his face. It's okay. He's gonna have a very red face when we get done. Okay. I like it. Like I said, we're gonna let this hair dry and see what I think we need to put some Tamiya red on there because it's just gonna dry matte. All right, let me put, let's see. Gonna mute again and hair dry. Let me show you what's gonna see. This is how it dried. Looks pretty good. It's not quite as, it's actually, I really like the darkness of it. All right, let me find my Tamiya. So if you have a hobby store that has it, see if you can find some of this. You need to make sure, don't try to clean your brush with water, and always use a synthetic brush. I just sat on my cord. Hold on a second. Always use a synthetic brush. Let's give it a little shake. It says flammable and it's an irritant, so don't put this on. My friend Michelle got chemical burns by letting that touch her skin. Let's get a junk brush. We're gonna just get, this is an old junk brush that actually that's not a synthetic. Like, I'm serious about the synthetic part. You want synthetic. Here's one. That's definitely synthetic. You can see it's plastic. All right, I'm going to just grab some of this red. And I'm going to put that on where he's got... Oh, Don't spill stuff. Get them on the claws. Remember, less is more. Don't use a ton. Get some on the claws again. There, that's cool looking. I like that a lot. Now that'll dry shiny. Good ventilation. Yes, I agree. I don't recommend bad ventilation for sure. All right, some of this he's got. Let's go back onto our base again and add some of the goo. Nope. I just thankfully blobbed it on his hand. So it's already on his hand. Okay. That's fine. Put that back on. Whew, we're gonna get high. All right, remember, we're gonna wipe off as much of this as we can first. And then you wanna use an alcohol-based product to get the rest of the paint off of. And I'll just go ahead and dip the alcohol here and just kind of run my brush in circles and do it again. Yes. So see, now it's nice and clean. Just going to go ahead and stick my brush in here real quick. Grab some there. Yep, it's completely clean. I recommend don't do it a lot with the synthetic hair brushes, but I do think alcohol is a nice cleaner for most brushes. All right, I'm going to grab some of this purple red again and see if I can touch up some spots here. All right, he has teeth, but he's going to have some stuff on his mouth as well and on his body. There's like drips on the body itself here already. Okay, a little bit more reds. Let's get a lot on the side here because that's where that thing is getting chomped. Chomp, chomp. Okay. Now, in the story, the white lion usually has this kind of red eye. I'm going to go ahead and paint this black first and see if I can't get that red later. That is kind of cool just for the beady black. like very creepy and animalistic, horror-like. Look at that. Oi, he's scary. Let's go ahead and push those shadows. With the transparent, oh, that wasn't transparent. I take that back. Let's try transparent instead. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. As long as it's still wet, you can still manipulate the paint if you make a mistake. Give some more. You're editing photos of pizza. It's making you hungry. Yes, I would be hungry too, Rumble. I think I'm gonna make his nose. Let's make his nose this pinky gray color. And actually he's got some kind of gums too I want to do that with. This Gigalion is interesting because he's supposed to be like almost a little bit, he's supposed to have some human qualities. Which makes, anytime you add human qualities to something monstrous, you get a monster, right? Let's add a little purple to that. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Let's do a little magenta in the ears for color there, because that's where the blood and capillaries are going to be. I feel like I need a wash of some kind, like a, I don't know. Let's try the purple up in the hairline here. Maybe we can make this wash. Yeah, probably not. Well, a little bit. Okay, a little bit. I don't hate it over here. He's definitely in the ugly stage for sure, because I can't really, he doesn't look good yet, but he will. I almost want to make his mane like a little bit more like a taupe kind of color so that we can show the difference. Let's try this. This is Xandri dust, and maybe we can add some ivory to it. And a little black, maybe? No? A little brown? There we go. A little blue is what it needed. Yes. Just needed to set that mane away from the body. And I will end up going in and doing some highlighting and shading and stuff too. We're getting close to the end of my stream, so what I'm gonna do, that's perfect color, a little bit of blue. I think I'm going to end up finishing this. I will be showing my patrons the rest of this on our Discord. So we'll be painting the rest of Gigalion tomorrow, but only the patrons will get to see this on the Discord. So I won't be live streaming it. Patrons and moderators. I should always, I want to always add them in there. Ugh, here, I need some more of this. There we go. Haha. Yeah, I like that color a lot. It needed something. And I really do like the Citadel for this kind of thing because it does cover so nice and it blends like a dream. Let's get this tail. When in doubt, try some satin colors, that's for sure. Satin. There we go. All right. All right, that is what I'm going to call it right now. We're going to finish the rest of this on our Discord chat tomorrow, and I'll be able to video that or have that on video. All right, guys. Let's do our little end credits thingy. Let's see if I have that. Did it work? Not quite. All right, guys, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate your patronage. And I will see you again tomorrow and Wednesday and Friday. Bye, guys.